honestly?
Yeah, I would say that I do pay attention to females while I'm working at the gym. I mean, it's not my entire focus, but I do notice them. I notice what their body looks like, and I don't judge too harshly, but I mean, I do look and I see, does she have nice legs? Does she have a nice bottom?
Try not to be respectful, but, human. If a female looks good, I'm gonna catch a look here and there, but usually I mind my own, I do me. Well, yeah. Anything else, miss?
So, do you look at women at the gym while you're working out?
Of course.
What do you notice in particular?
How hard they're working. So like if they're working hard, like they're ambitious. That's about it.
My name's Casey Fox. I'm a sophomore.
So I was about to start.
I guess just like feeling good about yourself, eating well according to your own like standards, like whatever makes you feel good, and exercising as you feel like you need to. Sleeping.
I would describe healthy living. I feel like it definitely is different for everybody because what makes your own body feel healthy can be different for someone else. Like eating healthy is definitely a huge part of it. Like I can tell after I go to the loft or something, like the next day I will not feel as healthy. And so eating healthy, having a balanced diet, I think is really important. Definitely working out for me. I know if I don't work out for like a week, I feel like a big blob on a couch and I just don't like it. So I definitely think working out is a huge part of it.
I do. I mean, I don't go as much as I think I should. I also play club soccer, but I try to get myself to go at least, I play soccer twice a week and then I try to go to the gym maybe 2 other days out of the week.
If I do go, I never get to go during the week just because this semester I'm too busy, but the weekends, if, I think I would go every other weekend maybe. Not enough, but yeah, so about that.
So would, your course load be the reason why you don't go to the gym as much? Are there other reasons?
Yeah, no, this semester it's definitely my course load and the fact that I'm working, and then just there aren't enough hours in the day to take the time to go.
It's a little different than working next to a girl, but it's almost the same feeling as working next to someone I feel is more physically fit than myself. I try not to breathe really hard, or I try to look like I know what I'm doing more, which is stupid, but happens.
When I'm working, if I'm on a cardio machine and I'm working and I'm running next to a guy, I feel more self-conscious. I'm more do I look ridiculous? My face is so red, this is ridiculous.
So what about this member of the same sex? How do you feel when you're working alongside a member of the same sex?
I feel better because normally I go with a friend, and so I'll go with my friend and we'll be doing the ellipticals together, and it keeps me more energized actually.
I feel half the time I get on the elliptical, the TVs are broken. Yeah, I definitely feel the lack of classes on campus, and
Especially in the winter, right? Sorry, I'm just putting it out there.
Yes, it was really funny because I got the email about the Zumba class today, and I was like, ah! And I made it my Facebook sad.
They're offering Zumba classes now, and I wish they offered them at a different time because I would go to those. And they offer yoga classes now, but they're so early in the morning that I'm not going to get up that early.
I really like the fact that they opened up that new room this semester, but it's gross. The floor is there's stains. There's like what 3 mats in there, and then I mean I know they bought like those balls and I saw like 1 or 2 popped, which sucks. But like, I mean it's cool. Like all last year I remember thinking like I really wish I could go like somewhere and do abs or something. But I think they should work on that.
I don't like the new room they just put in. I think it's a great space, don't get me wrong, but I'm not a huge fan of it because if there's, 4 guys in there, I'm not going to go and like do my, squat thrusts next to them. So yeah, I'd say that I actually usually do my like core exercises in the locker room, just where I can have a little bit of privacy.
Oh, another change. One thing that really bugged me is for our lacrosse workout, we had to do stuff on like the bar, like chin-ups and pull-ups and that kind of a thing. Some of them are really embarrassing, and the thing is right in the middle of the gym, and it's also there's only 1 of them, so a lot of times we were waiting behind like people for that.
So there are multiple ways to answer the question of how and why women access or don't access the fitness center. One relates to the challenges that society places on women and their body and the image of their body connect with how they decide to exercise or whether they decide to exercise, particularly in public. The challenges with body image that are felt particularly by women, or at least differently by women, means that it can get in the way of them doing the things that they really enjoy. For fear that they might be judged, for fear that people are looking at them in ways that make them feel uncomfortable, and for ways that challenge their own perceptions of their body and what is the ideal or what's appropriate. In truth, for Wheaton at least, it's not practical. There's always competition for space in general, and finding space for the fitness center has been a significant challenge. So the idea of having a fitness center for women and a fitness center for men is just pretty unlikely. As is the consideration of having a separate fitness center for varsity athletes and then one for the general public. I think there are merits to that kind of system. We just don't have the facilities or the resources to make that happen.
I feel like all of the cardio machines are used by women, and then all of the like lifting machines, like whatever, are being used by men, like sports teams.
Yeah, like it almost feels like that area is like the women's section, just because like you never see a guy up there, and I've like seen like maybe like once or twice, and I like maybe it's bad that I think that I'm just like, oh, like why are you up there? Like there's all the free weights for you, but like I mean I don't know if it's just because I always only see girls there, or if it's, I mean, I think I would, if there were a guy, say like at an elliptical, but then there were like a few others, like, or say there was like a guy and a girl and like 2 in between, I'd pick the one next to the girl, you know, like I wouldn't go next to the guy.
Is that because you felt more comfortable, or you were just?
I guess, yeah, I really don't know. I mean, we were talking about this the other, I forget what we were saying, like just that like, if there are like even if you're not like trying to think about it, like if there is an opposite sex and you're like a heterosexual person, like you like want to look your best, like even if you're not really thinking about it, like it's just in the back of your mind, it's all like biological, like whatever, you know. So if like I would not want to be like sweating and like breathing heavy like next to a guy like that I didn't know, but like I don't, you know, yeah. I'd rather do that next to a girl.
From my experience as a strength and conditioning specialist and a personal trainer in gyms around the Massachusetts area for years, I can at least anecdotally suggest that that's a phenomenon that's true pretty much in any fitness center that you go to. And there's, I think, several possible reasons for that. In general terms, men are more focused on muscle, strength, power. That's their focus. They're not so worried about about calories or what their waistline is. And our National College Health Assessment from 2006 and 2009 shows that. We talked about that in class, where in both those surveys, men tended to be a little more, have higher body mass indexes than men, than women, excuse me, but they tended to be less concerned about that, if they were overweight, they were less concerned about that. Women tended to be, have low body mass index and have less issues with weight described from that body mass index perspective. They tend to be less outside of the norm of weight, but were more concerned about their weight. And so there's where the dual tracks go. Men work on muscle, women work on calorie burning or aerobic activity.
Most women I don't think take like lifting as something of a concern. They kind of just want to burn the calories, and they don't consider like lifting as burning calories, even though it does. Whereas like if you do aerobics, it just burns calories while you're doing it, but if you're lifting, it burns calories for hours after. And I think a lot of women aren't aware of that, or they don't really care about muscle tone as much as just being maybe skinny. I'm not really sure.
I always work out with other women, so it's not really like that big of a deal for me. I don't know. I'm a women's studies minor, so I always look at gender segregation in the gym anyways.
Yeah.
So if someone the girl's working on the weights or something like that, I'm go, but then you see all the elliptical others, it's always women. You're just come on, do something else. Don't follow into the society's stereotypes of gender. Don't do it. So that's what I think.
Cool. So do you sort of feel like a minority down here?
Yeah, I mean, it's you can definitely tell that there's the girls just all stay on the perimeter basically.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, even girls who do use the machines tend to only use this grouping of machines. It's really rare, unless a girl is on a sports team, to see her doing free weights, and even then she's usually with another person.
I think you're highlighting some important issues. I think finding ways to make sure we meet women's needs and interests in the fitness center, as well as men and the general population, is critical. Understanding what that means from an anthropological perspective can give us really good information that helps us do it better here, helps people get the most that they can out of the fitness center. So I think your focus is going to be provide some valuable information. I think that's it.
Cool.